Hello and welcome everyone. Today I want to talk about different types of witches, and you could check if you may be one of them. The first thing I want to mention is that you don't necessarily have to call yourself a certain type of witch. This is just an indicator of your craft, of the things that you love to do, not necessarily a label that you acquire. It's not meant to put you in the box of conditioning and tell you like this is the only path. It's here for you to explore and find your own unique way of practicing magic. First, we're gonna talk about the green witchcraft, and a green witch is someone that loves to be outdoor, likes to work with the nature, with herbs, with different natural elements. It can be anything from gardening to weather witchcraft to maybe even incorporating different animals in their craft. Everything comes to this green witchcraft. The green witches are very aware of their environment. They like to focus on the natural changes in the world and everything ecological and green. A great indication that you are a green witch is that you have loads of herbs and you like to study herbs. Maybe you just go out and explore your flora around you, or maybe you have studies online that talk about different qualities of herbs, and possibly on your bookshelf there is a lot of herbal journals, herbariums, and also books about nature. The second witch type I want to talk about is the sea witchcraft. A sea witch is someone who is highly connected to the sea and the water and actually the moon, because it's all interconnected, but let's stay on topic of the sea witchcraft. If you are someone who finds a great solitude, a great peace in yourself when you're by the shore listening to the waves, that's a great indication that you're a sea witch. Sea witches love to incorporate the ocean or sea magic into their craft. Things such as the shells, the pebbles, the sand, the seawater, all sorts of corals or different elements that you can find on the beaches, such as sea glass or drifting wood. If you like to work with these elements and decorate your space, your altar with them, that's a great indication you're a sea witch. Sea witches also like to work with the moon because it's highly connected to the waves, to the tides in the ocean. You might want to focus your magic around the water as well, the water element, emotions, fluidity, nurturing. Another indication might be that if you're interested in like some sea creatures like mermaids or the mythology of different sea deities, even like the ocean life, I think these are the indications that you might find this path for yourself. The third topic I want to cover is the kitchen witchery, or being a kitchen witch. A kitchen witch is someone who loves cook. For kitchen witches, their kitchen is a place where the magic happens, and this can be done in many different ways, such as cooking magical food that has different intentions and different correspondences. Also learning about the nutrition and how it changes the body, making jams, making juices, baking, even making potions, like drinkable potions such as herbal teas, or anything that is connected to the fire element, also to the kitchen and to the human body. Kitchen witch loves to be in the kitchen. It's like the centerpiece of the home where everything happens, where the magic is living. So if you find yourself loving cooking or searching about different recipes that you can include in your Sabbath celebration, or in Sabbath celebrations or seasonal food, if it sounds like you, check out kitchen witchcraft. The fourth type of a witch is Hearth Witchcraft. The Hearth Witch, sometimes named as a Hedge Witchery, although they're a bit different. So Hearth Witchcraft is for someone that loves their home, their homestead, their garden, being around in their own environment, making everything that it seems very magical, calming, peaceful, and suitable for everyday rituals. So Hearth Witches would be the ones that see the benefits of having a clean home, having different charms surrounding them, focusing on bringing this atmosphere of magic, love and different intentions to their home. A lot of Hearth Witches would focus on magic around their home, but also for protection of the family, of the children. It's also very interconnected to the kitchen witchcraft. They're all very different paths, but I believe that each one of us have a little bit of each in ourselves ready to be discovered. A little mention about hedge witchery. Hedge witchcraft is more connected to the spiritual side of the practice. It is believed that hedge witches are the ones that like to astral travel to different realms so that they can experience a spiritual growth, and their magic is very connected to the astral etherical plane, not necessarily very physical in this realm. If you want to try to practice hedge witchcraft, you can find the recommendations on my blog for the books, and I encourage you to jump there to find more references, more types of witches. The next type of witchcraft I want to talk about today is eclectic witchcraft. This is the term that I believe everyone should know and everyone should kind of embrace in themselves a little bit. Eclectic means that it combines a lot of different paths, a lot of different beliefs into your own unique way and philosophy. So for many of us would be combining, let's say, parts of Wicca with parts of Norse magic and maybe incorporating everything into their home, thus practicing Hearth witchcraft. Eclecticism combines all of the paths into your unique way, and to be honest, I believe everyone is eclectic in their own way. Our practice, especially nowadays, is like an open book that we write in. Imagine all of the pins saved on Pinterest, all of the articles that you've read, everything that you watch on YouTube is like getting into your mind and creating this eclectic way of perceiving magic. I'm not necessarily saying that you need to call yourself eclectic, but there is a high chance that you are, because we live in such a modern society that everything that we read is kind of absorbed into our personalities, into our psyches, into our practices. So thus it's connected to eclectic witchcraft. Another type of witch that I want to mention today is a crystal witchcraft, which is, as you can imagine, connected to crystal magic. It's for someone who loves working with crystals and stones and gems and jewelry, I guess. It's a great way to incorporate these into your spells, into your rituals, as a decoration on your altar, maybe in magical practices that you do every day, like meditation with the crystals, maybe manifestation with them. There's so many ways you can incorporate crystals into your magic. I'm not gonna talk about all of them today, but I just want to mention that if you find yourself always looking for new crystals and researching their properties and magical uses, I think this path might be for you. The next on our list is a Divination Witch. Divination Witch is the one that uses divination in her practice, mainly divination. So maybe there's a Tarot Witch. Let's say there is a type of someone that practices mostly tarot and tarot readings, so that's a part of divination. And other techniques that are divinatory in nature are pendulum, also scrying, runes. There's so many ways to practice divination, and if you find yourself drawn into one of them, that's a good indication that divination witchcraft might be for you. The next one on my list is Elemental Witch, Elemental Witchcraft. For those of you that want to learn more about the elements, this is a path to explore. The natural elements are the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and the spirit, ether, or God, whatever you call the fifth element. I could talk about elements for many hours because this is a topic that basically started me on my spiritual journey. Elemental witchcraft is all about connecting to different elements, including them in the spells and ritual, calling different elementals, practicing with everything that is connected to these natural blocks of the physical world is called elemental witchcraft. There's so many books that you could explore when choosing this practice. I'm probably gonna do some updates on elemental magic in a couple of months, so stay tuned for the next videos. And if you like this one, make sure you like and subscribe and put this bell notification. Cosmic witchcraft is connected to astrology, mainly zodiac, horoscopes, all the things celestial. For a cosmic witch, learning about different planets, different zodiac signs, astrology charts, transits, everything that is connected to this celestial energy. So if you're interested in following more of this path, there's so many great resources out there to create your own natal chart, to learn about yourself. Now we're gonna jump to the lunar witchcraft, which is all focused around moon magic, following the moon phases and living accordingly to them. Also planning manifestation rituals with the moon, following different aspects during the year or full moons, different special events such as solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, etc. Dogs. Lunar magic is something very interesting if you want to follow it. There's loads of resources you can find. Even on my blog there is a whole section for moon magic. So if you're interested, jump there and I will take you on a ride to the moon and back. We hear a lot about moon magic and about lunar witchcraft, but we don't necessarily have so many resources about the solar witchcraft, which is important, I guess. Like, the sun is the biggest object on our sky and our life depends on it, but we don't focus our magic there. Like, I know people are, but most witches are drawn towards the moon and not so many to the sun. I'm really curious, which one do you like the more, like lunar or solar? Let me know in the comments which one do you choose and why. There is so many types of witchcraft, and I believe that every one of us could find themselves a different name of their practice. But among the most common ones there are also dragon witches, fairy witches, yoga witches, art witches, music witches, nocturnal witches, augury witches that are connected to seeking symbols and signs. Whatever you're most interested in, that can be a part of your craft. Combining all of them already mentioned types of witches, they're all connected to our interest. So for example, if you like nature, you can call yourself a green witch or a natural witch. And also if you like the sea, you can call yourself a sea witch. If you like water, water witch, fire witch. If you work with Pegasus, you can call yourself a Pegasus witch. I don't know, but that's how it works. Like, that's how everyone finds their type of witch. Like, personally, I like to call myself eclectic because I combine everything and I love everything and learning about everything. But if I could choose like additional paths, like names, labels, whatever, I would say green, lunar, kitchen, like writing witch, I don't know. But that's my types. What are yours? Let me know in the comments. And for an ending note, I think I'm just gonna mention quickly that these are just types of witchcraft, types of witches that are connected to the interest. But there's also another different aspect of types of witchcraft that can be connected more to the culture and heritage. For example, we have hereditary witches that are from a lineage of witches, like practicing witches for long ago, many generations and years. We also have different cultural aspects such as Slavic witchcraft, Hellenic witchcraft, Norse witchcraft, Native American, hoodoo, voodoo, all of these different cultural traditions. I would say traditional witchcraft and cultural witchcraft. These are different topics that are sometimes are closed practices, so you need to do your own research if it's appropriate to use their practices in your own practice. Another type of witchcraft that is commonly practiced is the ceremonial witchcraft, ceremonial magic. Another path that you might want to choose is Wicca, and Wicca is also divided into other Wiccan practices such as Gardenian, Dianic, and other Wiccan practices that I'm not really 100% sure about because I don't practice them myself. You could also go into religion aspects of witchcraft, so we have Christian witches, we have Muslim witches, we have Jewish witches, we have Hindu witches, Buddhist witches. You can call yourself a witch and be from a different religion, from a different culture, from a different background, from a different interest. But if you're not interested in any deity work or any religions, you might want to check secular witchcraft. What is coming there? Why is it making noises? If you're not interested in any of these religion or spiritual types of witchcraft, you might just want to choose a secular path for yourself, which is not necessarily connected to any of the higher power, higher influences. It's just following your own heart and your own belief system. So that's all for today, because I'm like really running out of time on this camera, and I really wish you a blissful rest of the week and see you in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and visit my blog. Also, Witch Community, that's maybe a place for you. If you want to check it out, go to the description below and find out more. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.